Hi, welcome to this video. Today I have got a very mixed opinion, excuse the dog, a very mixed opinion on a purchase that I've made. Overall, I think it's very mixed. The main thing is that it's my set, or my favourite set, or my second favourite set. I like the Chronicles 2022, which is what this is. And Chronicles 2023, I think they're my favourite sets, and it is those. So happy days with that one, and I got it for a good price as well. In terms of the actual, it's an eBay purchase. In terms of the process there, I'm quite mixed really on that one. So I kind of go through these cards and explain. I'd be interested to know anybody else's opinion on this as well. So I'll go through the cards, I'll put them in order. I won't necessarily kind of read them all out, but I'll try and arrange. But what you can see though, I guess, I don't know if you noticed from the start, the majority, I say majority, maybe half, maybe majority, they are in penny sleeves, but not necessarily all of them. So I'm not sure. It feels like about half are in penny sleeves, half not. Which is probably, for context of the video, interesting. But essentially I bought, I'm trying to collect this set. I've got about 250 of these cards so far, and there's 400 in the set. It's quite difficult to complete the set. They're all over the place really. But somebody was listing, I think they had 26 for sale, and I needed about 10 of them. So I won the auction for a good price. It was around about £10 for the full thing. Let's separate them actually. Around about £10 for the full thing, including postage, just under maybe. And didn't get sent off after a while. And I think it was a week later I got a order cancelled notification from eBay. So I reached out and messaged the person that was selling them that they've got 100% positive feedback on around about 1,000 different transactions. So they've got a good track record. Is there 2 in 1 in that one? I think there is. So yeah, 100% positive feedback. So I reached out and I said, like, you know, it just says cancelled. How come it's cancelled? And he got back pretty much straight away and said, I'm missing one of the cards. So I messaged back and was like, I don't really mind if you're missing one of the cards. I'm trying to collect the set. It's like 1 out of 26. And then he said, well, actually, I've got some more of these as well, if you want to let me know what you need. So I did let him know what I needed, but I said, but to be honest, if you want to get rid of all of them together, again, another 2 in 1, I don't mind, like, I'll give you 20 quid for all of them. I don't need all of them, but I've got my own eBay shop as well. So they could kind of fill in there, and it makes it hopefully easier for somebody else to collect this set as well. So he agreed to the £20, and I did say, although again this is where I'm trying to be as objective as possible with this, I did say when I said I'll give you £10 for the ones I need, which is so many of them, or but that includes postage, or I said I'll give you £20 for the other, for everything essentially. So then when he put the thing through, he said, yep, I'll give me some time, I'll put the listing on. He put it on, but it then had added on postage. So I was like, you know what, I don't mind too much. That's one of the rarer cards, Spectra. So everything above number 300 to 400 is they're like better quality card, and they're harder to get, these ones. But yeah, back to the let's see if we can just move aside a little bit. But yeah, so I was like, I don't mind, I'll pay the postage then, that's absolutely fine. And then with that eBay added buyer protection fee now, it came to like £24, but I was like, right, you know what, let's just go for it anyway, it's fine. So I did that. He sent it off the next day, which is still a lot later than anticipated originally, but in terms of like service, like, I think that's pretty good, to be honest. Next day. Rhea Ripley rare one there, again that's above the number 300, 307. What's that? Phoenix. So many subsets in this. I'll just have to stick it up there for now. In fact, yeah. Lost where I'm at now. So essentially sent them off. I received them pretty quick as well. Although that box that you just seen, not all of them, some of them were packaged loose, which is maybe a bit of a not great mark kind of from that sense. That's a pretty good card as well. Trish, rare one, 323. So kind of, yeah, there's some positives kind of going on there. However, he's then messaged me and said that the postage was, I already paid for the label for the previous one that he cancelled, and this postage is more expensive, so can I send him the difference? So I'm a bit like, no, not really. It's, you know, it's a couple of pound, and I don't really understand why somebody would risk kind of their 100% rating over a couple of pound. Maybe he's a bit annoyed, but I already wasn't expecting to. The price that I quoted, that £20, I expected, maybe it was a bit ambiguous with the way it was said. So it was for the £10 one, but I thought that I was going to get it for £20 including postage. So then when the total came in at like £24, I was like, no, right, okay. But I paid it. But then to be asking for more, like after the sale has gone through, I didn't really feel like was too appropriate, especially as I've been waiting for the cards that I actually wanted for quite some time then. But yeah, I'd be interested to know what everybody else thinks. Should I just send him a couple of pound? I do feel like it's a pretty good price for these cards, like £24 I think all in for it. But is it right to ask somebody to pay extra postage because it was more than what you originally thought than the original package? I don't know, so I'm a bit mixed on that. Again, I've got a small eBay shop myself selling wrestling cards. I wouldn't do that. If I often undercharge people for postage, but I take the hit on that because that's me, like not necessarily knowing. I wouldn't ever kind of ask somebody after the sale to pay extra postage because it costs me more. But yeah, I'd be interested to know, am I just being a bit cheap, a bit tight? Should I send him a couple of pound extra? Or is it not really the dumb thing to ask for extra money once the sale's gone through? I don't even know how I would send him extra money, to be honest. I don't know if you'd have to set something else up, but yeah, so let me know your thoughts. But I think in this, of all these cards though, I think I need around about 20, 25 of this big pile, and then the rest of them are going to go on my own eBay shop. So hopefully it would help somebody else. I also put these cards, like these ones that are over the numbers 350 or 300, sorry. Those are rarer. So any that I've got of those, I've started to build up like a listing for those. I think I've got only 3 or 4 at the moment that are on, but I've put them a bit cheaper though. So hopefully, because they are harder to get and they're quite expensive. So again, another question I'd have about this set is how much is it worth? So if you can only get these cards, I know I bought these in a bit of a bundle, but if these cards are like £3 to £5 each, then and there's 100 of those, then that's like £300 or £400 just for the numbers 3 to 400. But nobody, I don't feel like, is ever going to pay that. So what do we think a set like this is worth? Where's season tickets? There we go. That's a nice card. Cactus Jack. We've got Rick Steiner on the other side. Where have we got XRs? I don't think we do. Stick him up there. Rick Steiner. Let's see. I like these legacy cards as well. I think there's they're a bit of a weird design, but I don't know. I think it works. But I've got the full insert set of those, so everything that's all these legacy ones, they'll be going on my eBay shop. Rookies and stars. I've already got that. Yeah, the cards have just got really good designs, I think, on them. Prestige. Nope, not got that yet. Put that up there. And then we've got Elite, which is interesting. They have the Elite because then they made the dedicated set of Elite. We also have like ones like this where it's slightly different colour. There's Bruno Sammartino, and those are slightly rarer, the bronze ones. But yeah, so many interesting subsets with these. Black. I don't think I have that one yet. Put it up there. Base Bailey. Again, look at that for a card. That's such a fantastic card. Prestige over there. Another black. And then we've got Cora Jade and the Honky Tonk Man. Two wrestlers not often mentioned in the same sentence. And then we've got, it's interesting how they kind of put these together. So we've got The Rock and Ilya Dragunov. That'll make an interesting match. Paul Heyman and Bobby Lashley. Ooh. That's a bronze of Paul Heyman. If you do see any of these, if anybody is collecting these, if you do see any that you would like, feel free to reach out to me. I'll try and give you a pretty good deal. XR goes with Mick Foley and another XR. And then we've got JC Jane on the black, that's the bronze version. We've got that there, and also Brutus Creed. So yeah, overall, I wouldn't give it a negative kind of experience because I feel like I got the cards for a good price. But I feel like there was a bit of messing about with the initial cancelling the order because one card was missing. There wasn't like a reached out to me and said one of the cards is missing. Is that okay, or do you want a partial refund? It was very much just the order was cancelled. That was like a week after I paid for them, so I was a little bit not entirely pleased with that. Prestige Nikki Bella. And we've got the Luminance cards, look quite nice as well. Got Carmella and Roddy Piper. Good cards. Bronze Roddy Piper. And Brooks Jensen. And also Brooks Jensen. We've got the regular bronze. I know I've already got that one. Feels like with some sets well like this, feels like certain cards I don't have one copy of, but certain cards I've got like 4 or 5. Interesting to understand like the distribution with them. Interesting one there of Alundra Blaze. And we've got China and DDP. Oh, can we get that out? XR. And then we've got Ru Feng, who I don't watch too much NXT. I don't think I've ever seen Ru Feng though. I don't know if he's still with the company. Jinder. We've got JC James, I think that's a repeat. Iconic Bret Hitman Hart cards. Probably my favourite wrestler of all time. Cedric Alexander. We've got Caden Carter. And finishing with, where's those scores? Legacy Triple H. Cool, thanks for watching this video. Yeah, give me any thoughts on kind of the transaction I've described. I'm trying to be as objective as possible, but any thoughts, let me know. Maybe I should just send him the extra couple of £.